channel. It's your brother, Prince Ayoko, sending my greetings to you wherever you are from Tamale, the capital city of northern Ghana. How are you all doing and how is your weekend going? Um, it's been a while since I come live on my channel, and I'm here today to give you the opportunity to ask me a couple of questions that you might want to know, especially about the northern part of Ghana, or maybe like Ghana in general. It all depends on the questions that you ask. You can ask questions about building. You can ask questions about livestock farming. You can ask questions about crop farming. You can ask questions about living in northern Ghana, acquiring land in northern Ghana, and you can also ask general questions about who Prince Ayoko is if you don't know me very well. So it's just an opportunity that I'm giving to you out of my busy time, just to share this little bit informations with you with regards to whatever you want to know, especially with regards to the northern part of Ghana as in general, or Ghana as in general. I'm here and I welcome all of you on board to have all these questions to ask. And in the meantime, remember I told you that self-sufficient life is very, very important in our lives and our daily activities, especially dealing with our family and friends and so on and so forth, our community and everything. As you can hear the noise in the background, women are coming here to fetch water from the cistern. That's the underground water tank. That is what I'm telling you. The self-sufficient life is what I'm telling you all the time. It's very important if we all, focus on self-sufficient life, because it is what can help us to live a sustainable life. You understand? So uh, just throw up the questions, whatever you want to know. So if there's anything that you want to know, it's welcome, because you've been seeing me doing so much out of my busy time. I still make some time out of my busy time or my busy schedules to share with you for free with regards to these informations that I pour out to you over there or share with you over there, just for you to also have at least something small to learn about with regards to building, with regards to farming, with regards to culture, with regards to life in Ghana, and with regards to anything that you think you want to know or I think is good for me to share. So it's all about maintaining a self-sufficient life. It's all about teaching people who are far away from us, and also teaching a lot about whoever wants to know more about who we are as Ghanaians. Out of all these tribes in Ghana, we have so much of those tribes in the north here. A whole lot of the tribes in Ghana is in the north here, and every tribe has got their culture and traditions, except some majority tribes in the northern part of Ghana that shares a very similar culture, like people in the upper west region of northern Ghana, people in the upper east region of northern Ghana, and people in Tamale, which is the capital city of northern Ghana, shares the same cultural practices as well as traditions and customs. When I say people in the upper east, I'm talking about the Wala in particular, the Dagati, and these are the two tribes that I know in the upper west region that shares the same cultures with us, but not almost every kind of their culture that matches us. But for the fact that the majority of the tribes in northern Ghana is from the same ancestor, that's the person of Traje, the Red Hunter, as well as people from the Mamprusi ethnic group and the Nanumba ethnic group. So those who knows northern Ghana very well, they will understand the particular tribes that I'm mentioning. The Frafra of Upper East region, the Grusi of Upper East region, the Sisala of the Upper West region, the Kusasi of Upper East region. These are all tribes and ethnic groups that I'm mentioning. The Mosi, we have Mosi here in northern Ghana, and we have Mosi in Burkina Faso. So you see what I'm saying about, our roots. Our roots has so much to do with our ancestors. It has so much to do with migration, and our foundations, that is our roots, has so much to do in common when I make mention of all these tribes. There's so much cultures that we share in the north from different tribes, except the southern part of Ghana that does not share the same cultures with people in the north. And this is all because of what? Who we are. It's all because of what? Migration. And it's all because of what? Tribal differences, ethnic differences. And it's all because of, our ancestors, how the original ancestors founded this kingdom. Is all what it's about. You understand? So this particular live stream is very, very good. It's going to be very educative. It's going to be very educative in such a way that, our food that we eat, which is part of our culture, our festivals, our culture that is, in general, has to do with so much day in and day out. But then, who are we as Northerners, that is the northern people of Ghana? Who are we as Ghanaians? Who are we as, Africans, as in general? All this has to be counted when we are talking about, who we are, especially to those of us who were born and raised on the continent of Africa, who were born and raised in northern Ghana and Ghana as in general. What I'm sharing with you right now, trust me, it isn't everyone who might know that as a Ghanaian. It isn't everyone who might know that as a Northerner, especially to Northerners who has traveled for a long time without coming home. Hey, I'm calling all of you to come home, because you know what? We need all of you at home. Don't travel for long. You just have to come back home so that we all help in building Mother Ghana. The land here is here. There's so much that you can, come here to do, which is, mainly agriculture, like crop farming and livestock farming. There's a whole lot of business opportunities in the north that no one knows, especially people who are far away from the north. So if our brothers and sisters is migrating to the north to seek greener pastures, that is to do business, that is going to be very beneficial to all of them. So why can't you also come home and use that opportunity to build up, the north, not only the north, but to build up Mother Ghana as in general, to build up Mama Africa as in general. You understand? It is good if you travel to any part of the world to make your living. It is good if you travel to, China, Europe, America, Australia, any part of the world. Humans can travel as much as they want to travel, to go and, make their living so easier for them. But above all, when we are doing all these travels and everything, we have to also remember that we have a place. I'm talking, this is in particular to the people of northern Ghana and Ghanaians at large, as well as Africans. Whenever you travel, as long as you travel, as much as you travel, you know, just cast your mind back and remember that when you were leaving home, there were some people that you call your family. There were some people that you call, your neighbors. There were some people that you call uh, your friends, and so much, and so on and so forth. But then if you go and keep being there and being there and being there and being there without even visiting home, this is not good. This is not good, because everyone in life has got roots. The roots of the black race is Africa. Africa is the roots to the black race. So I wouldn't care, no matter where you go in this world to seek greener pastures. It is what you want to do. As long as you are okay with it and everything is fine with you, I think that is the best thing to do, because each place that you go in this world, what you need first is peace. It is peace that you want, or it is peace that will take you to be able to accomplish your dream, with regards to your travels, with regards to your migrations, and with regards to whatever you think is good for you to settle. When you have peace of mind, when you have whatever it takes to live for free, not always for free, because there are some places, look, the taxes alone you pay at those places will kill you. I mean, when I say it will kill you, not physically kill you, but it will keep you thinking and thinking and thinking, like, why am I paying all this money just to live? Why am I paying all this money just to do this? Why am I paying all this money just to do that? But then it has to take the very conscious minded person to understand why all of this is happening. Now, for instance, let's take the traditional level as an example. When I am traveling from here to Accra, when I'm traveling from Tamale to Kumasi, when I'm traveling from Tamale to Burkina Faso, when I'm traveling from Tamale to Togo, when I'm traveling from Tamale to any part of our neighboring countries, there is no need for me to pay anything for visa. You understand? There is no need. All I have to hold is my passport. That's what I have to have in my hands. When I have my passport in my hands, when I go to the border, they check my passport, they know I'm a Ghanaian. Simple. Go. You understand? This is how it's supposed to be all over Africa. This is how things is supposed to be all over Africa. Now, when it comes to building, you can't just come out and then say, I'm going to build a house. First of all, you have to acquire a land. Secondly, when you acquire the land, the second thing that you do after you acquire the land is what you have to call making arrangements to get building materials for the start of your project. Now, when you get all these materials for the beginning of your project, which is right from the foundation, that is, digging up the trenches for your foundation, or some call it foundation. That's how some people just make it short. When you are going to do all of this, you have to make arrangements and preparations for that. And by doing that, after you acquire your land, when you dig up the foundations, you don't have to wait for a while or for long before you start the project, because it will cost you. It will cost you because when you dig the foundations and leave it for a long time, or the trenches of your house and leave it for a long time, it might cover up again, because of so many reasons. Maybe like animals walking around within the community, or air blowing the sand back into the trenches, or maybe due to rainfalls or whatever. It might cover it up again. And when you are going to, fix it in order to build up your house again, you have to pay. So in building, as a Ghanaian or as an African, it's very difficult to build. It's very, very difficult to build. And you have to make sure that you have the resources, enough resources that can help you to build a house, or not necessarily help you, but that can make you to build what you can call a house. You understand? But the most important part of it is the foundation, that is digging up the trenches and starting your house. Okay, now we have two main methods of building a house here, especially in the northern Ghana, and in some parts of Ghana. There are some people, they decide to build just mud houses. by building these mud houses, it's much easier. It's much easier, and then sometimes it's not just easy, it's simple. But the whole reason is that, you see, for the fact that our ancestors were building with natural soil and everything, I want you to know that as time goes on, our everything in Africa loses its value and its qualities. It loses its values and the qualities. Now, first of all, the chemicals that people pump to their to the weeds that is around their houses is something that weakens the qualities of our soils. That's one thing. The second thing is that um, the materials that our ancestors were using to mix up with natural soil to build their houses, especially with the plastering parts, people don't practice it anymore. People don't practice it anymore. And then, thirdly, we all know that building in the natural way is less expensive. But then, in the past, in the past, when people were when people were like building up their houses in a natural way, it has to take the entire community to come out and help one person to build a big house, like a family house, a house that can have up to 10 rooms, 20 rooms, 30 rooms, 50 rooms, even up to over 50 rooms. It all depends on the number of rooms that you want. But then, all what you have to do is to share out kola nuts to elders of the community. Share kola nuts to elders of the community, for them to also, inform their families. Tomorrow, this person has something that he has to do, or this person has something that she has to do to build her house or whatever. So the next morning, before you come out to clear your land to build your house, people will already be there to help you. So when you come there and you practice, and you start building up clearing the land for the foundation to be dig and everything, everybody will do that. The only thing that you have to provide is breakfast and lunch, because they don't work at night, so it's breakfast and lunch. You understand? If there are people who eat cola nuts, then you give them the cola nuts whilst they are working. So at the end of the day, whatever they have to do, they will still do that to support and to help you. When it comes to the roofing part and everything, it's all the same way. It's all the same way. But time has changed. The time has changed. And when the time has changed, we have to also change. Just because we can't remain at one point if everything is changing. Please hold on. My Fulani neighbor is coming. Yaro ya. Zo. Ala cookie na zo. Kagai da mutane ya sunguna kada.
Master Mame.
That's my Fulani neighbors.
Thank you. Master Mame, yeah, no problem. Abba. Yeah, that's it, pa.
This guy doesn't speak English.
That's it, Papa.
He speaks
Why are they?
a little bit of.
Hey, so that, Brian, Abba. Gayalo Mohammed na Abba.
They just pop up.
Yeah, Abba, small boy. Yalo Mohammed again. Mother Mohammed. Kala nangabana. Kala.
Okay, now when I'm in the middle of doing something, so I'm gonna get back to you soon. Okay. Now
No problem.
So make it up. Now go the. Abba. So you see how we live here. We all live together. These are my Fulani neighbors. These my Fulani neighbors. Some of them is from Burkina Faso. Some of them is from Mali. Some of them is from Nigeria. Some of them is from Niger. We have a lot of nationals here that we live with. You understand? They don't understand our language, but when they come to us, we all smile. we exchange our greetings and everything. Our language barrier doesn't bother us so much here. As long as you understand that the person is greeting you, even if the person is kind of, let me see, if the person is just using the fingers or whatever to make you understand that they are greeting you. That's how we live here. And we live very peaceful here and very calm life here with joy, you understand. And always I always have visitors all the time, because you know what, that's how we live. Especially when you are friendly to them, they are also friendly to you. Yeah, that's how we live here. So you just see it. All of a sudden they pop up here, just to greet me, and that's all. So that's what I'm talking about. So you see, in building a house, don't ever be building a house thinking that you are just building a house for yourself whilst living in Africa. When you are living in Africa and you are building a house and things that you are just building a house just for yourself, then you got everything wrong. And this is because, way back in the US, in Europe, in Asia, and some parts of the world, trust me, you can't just walk into somebody's house like this. You cannot. You can't just walk into somebody's like this, like someone's house, like the way they walk in without me expecting them. You can't just walk to someone's house just like that. You have to ask permission, or even sometimes you have to book. You have to book an appointment. On this day or on that day I'll be coming to your house and so forth, before the people will be able to know that you are coming. You understand? But here it's not like that. Here we live a life as community. We live a community life here. When I have a problem, my neighbor will attend to me. When my neighbor has a problem, I will attend to them. And we all respect each other and live in peace and harmony. That's how we live as Ghanaians, not only in northern Ghana, but as Ghanaians, and at some point as Africans. Though we have these people who are Ghanaians and Africans, but for the fact that they have settled so much in the West or whatever they have settled, they have made themselves more like hey, soccer. That's my people. Kusoka kuhao. Soka. Kuzo. Kuzo. Uduka kuzo. Na sauda tu. So. You see them.
See them.
Say you see them.
You see them.
I'm talking about they seeing you. Go and play. Huh? Okay. Go and play. So that's how it is here. You just be there and all of a sudden they'll just pop up. They'll just come. And then you have a good time together and they will go. It's all about joy. And peace. It's all about joy and peace. But if you stay, like if you are so wicked, soccer. Calm down. They are trying to climb on top here. And I'm very, very focused about safety. Hey, come down. That's my wife's friend. Jump. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So you see, building in a very typical traditional way is quite different from using cement to build. It's different from using cement to build. By using cement to build, it's not easy. using cement to build. So that's why you see a lot of people build their house without even, be able to plaster it, because they might not have the cement to plaster the place or the house. These people can make noise. Look, Fulanis can make too much noise. They have to just go out before I can continue to talk. So, family, you see, that's how it works here. By building with cement, you have to make arrangements, and you have to just have something that can make you have the cement to build. Yeah, you have to have all of that in order to build. When I started this project, the number of land that I sold to start this project, if I tell you the number of land that I sold to start this project, it can build an entire community, a very big community that, if I'm not mistaken, over 500 to 600, around 700 people can live in. Yes, that's why I said, if you are planning to build a house, you have to make arrangements first before you come out building the house. You have to have the resources. You have to have exactly what can take you to build up all these houses. Yes, I invested so much into lands. And by investing into the lands, I knew that I was not able, like, I wouldn't be able to develop all these lands that I invested on. But at some point, I decided to sell some of them. You understand? Just a few of them, not all of them, just a few. And look, for the past 2 years up to date, the number of businesses that I did with regards to my livestock farmings is not easy. It's not easy. Even the last year, just this past year in 2020, the business that I did with my livestock and everything, all the profit went into this project, as well as my lands and, money from my welding job as well, and my blacksmith job as well. So that's what I'm saying. In order to build such a house, not only in Africa, in the whole world, or in order to build yourself a house, you just have to make arrangements and prepared to raise the house. Else, it will not be easy. It will not be easy. And then you have to also manage your resources very, 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 very well. You don't have to do things that you don't want at the end of the day, just collapse it, destroy it, and then bring it back into being again with a different plan. The more you do that yourself, the more it kind of, destroys your plans and your finances. So anything that you have to do, you have to make sure that, in building, anything that you have to do, you have to make sure that I want this, I don't want that, I want this, I don't want that. When you are able to come out with these ideas before you start your house, you are not going to fail. And in building, sometimes there are some ideas, it comes like a dream. It comes like a dream. You can just wake up and say, I want to do this at my home. I want to do that at my house, like the house that you are building that I'm talking about, not any kind of house that is already built and you are living in. So when you have a space that can do that, all what you have to do is to just go on with the flow. Like this place that I'm sitting here today talking about building, for instance. It was just one day that I wake up and I said, you know what? I talked to myself. I was talking to myself. I said, I have to build an underground water tank. That's how we call it here, an underground water tank. And by building the underground water tank, I have to have the measurements, I have to have the materials, and I have to have the plan from my own mind, not from anyone, like from my own mind. You understand? Well, when I said that, I said, okay, in order to make it easier, since the compound is not big, at least it has to be on three purposes. The plan has to be based on three purposes. First is the system, that's the underground water tank. Second is where I'm sitting here right now, that's the launch. Third is going to be the mini apartment where the people were climbing, and I said, hey, calm down. And the last part of it, so that is one, two, three. The fourth part of it is going to be a very high, concrete decking or concrete floor that I can mount my poly tanks, that is my water storage tanks, that can provide my washrooms in this particular guest house with so much pressure. You understand? Said that I wouldn't be able to use electricity to pump water into the washrooms and the kitchens again. You see how the plan goes. So when I planned this, I didn't take long time to work it out. I called my mason. He came in the morning. I said, I want to build a tank here, and I want it to be a square tank. So I want it to be 20 feet by 10 feet. When you go to my previous videos, almost like about 8 months, 9 months ago, 7 months ago, you will see that. I said, I want to build an underground water tank that is also known as a system. But I don't want it to be small. I want it to be like a medium size because the compound is not big. So I told my mason, I want it to be 10 feet by 11 feet. When I say 10 feet by 11 feet, the wideness of it, that is, has to be 10 feet. And the length of it, that is, how long it is, has to be 20 feet. So 10 feet by 20 feet. And he said, yeah, I understand. And I told him, well, I know the plan. I have everything on my head, but I can't do the work. I'm not a mason. I'm not a carpenter. I'm not a plumber. I'm not a tiler. I'm not an electrician. So let's start the foundation. He put on his ropes, he put on his measurements, they did everything. And when they finished digging it and I measured it, I said, no, this is not what I want. Let's start it all over again. So we expanded it, and at the end of the day, we got 11 feet by 20 feet. So this particular system is 11 feet by 20 feet. So imagine the water that is going to be stored into the system. And the deepness is 6 feet 6 inches. That is 6.5 feet. 6.5 feet. 1 foot or 1 feet is 12 inches. So when you divide 12 by 2, you're gonna have 6. You understand? So it's 6 feet and then 6 inches. I'm taking you into technical. you know, as a master who has been in welding job for a long time, everything about measurements, I don't have to have measurement before I can say this or that. It's here. Everything is here. Yeah, that's I have been dealing with measurements for a long time, being a master of measurements for a long time. So, and then moreover, sometimes when I do my things, I visualize things. When people are working for me, it is my eyes that I use to watch it. Upon all the measurements and everything, sometimes when they are working for me, I go to a particular distance and then watch what they are doing. If I see it to be straight and accurate and okay, then I said, done deal, do it. You understand? So when they do it, it will be perfect. The only thing I don't do is that when people are working for me at my project, like the Tyler, I know he's good at his job. When I see everything that he's doing to be perfect, I don't come and tell him, hey, I don't want this, I don't want that, do this, do that. I just take my time, follow him, look at whatever he's doing. Just take my time, look at him very well, and see whatever he's doing. If whatever he's doing is okay with me, when I see it to be good and professional, then I'll just leave him to do his work. But when I see him doing something that is not accurate, I'll tell him, hey, this is not accurate. Can we do it this way? Can we do it that way? And then he will also take his time to think, and then say, okay, yeah, that's good. Because when I was learning the welding job and the blacksmith job, sometimes when I go to fix a track that is broken down on the road, I can work and work and work and work and work without getting the right solution. But when the driver comes and tell me this is what you have to do, can we do this? I'll take my time and think about it for just a minute and say, okay, yeah, let's try it. And when we try it and it works, I get a new knowledge, I get a new lesson, I learn a new lesson, and I take it in addition to all what I already knew. And that will build up my knowledge. You understand? So this is how I learned. I did not just learn only from my master, I even learned from drivers, truck drivers. When someone is into something all the time, they have, they always acquire some new lessons, they always acquire some new knowledge, and so on and so forth. So, brothers and sisters, um, I'm just gonna leave you here right now. And then, sorry to say, I'm leaving you. I'm not leaving you forever, but I'm gonna go attend to my plans because today has been a very busy day for me. I went to a funeral of a brother, who passed on some few days ago. And then I came back and took a short video of the work that the guys did. And then now I also want to water my plants. Tomorrow I have a lot of things to do for me and other people. So I still have to, share my time and everything accordingly. So till we meet again on my next live stream, which I don't know when I'm coming, it's your brother Prince Ayoko, sending my peaceful and warm greetings to you all from Queen's Guest House in Tamale. Sorry for my video quality. The sound is not all the way down yet. So sometimes you see the video quality is good, sometimes you see it's kind of bad. It's all due to the weather condition. It's all due to the weather condition. So, family, that is where I'm gonna come, or this is where I'm gonna come to the end of the live stream. Till we meet again on my next video, is your brother Prince Ayoko, sending that peaceful love and greetings, as well as prayers to all of you. Stay blessed, stay focused. One love, peace.